Welcome, everybody, to the World of Ability Podcast Network. Hold on. Welcome, everybody, to the World of Ability Podcast Network. My name is Emily Gomer, and we are excited. I'm a podcast engineer here, so I'm excited to bring you another episode of Blue Collar Crypto with Tim Torosian, which is about crypto and business tips for blue collar workers. So I'll pass it over to Tim. What do we got today, Tim?
Hi, Emily, and welcome to another edition of Blue Collar Crypto. And again, we stress, the economy is changing. And if you have a great blue collar job, let's just say a 9 to 5, jobs are changing out there. Stick with your job. Be cognizant of the fact 401ks are doing well, is what I hear. I do stress that people start looking at the stock market, maybe the Squawk Box. Squawk Box. It's either CNN or CNBC, but they regularly, if you have cable, they recommend stocks every day. You can start watching TV and pay attention to the stock market, and they provide free stock picks. Hey, what's hot? What stock is going up? Maybe you want to go for a ride with your money on the upside, right? So it's called the Squawk, let's say the Squawk Box, right? Just recently heard about somebody that uses that. And again, if you have cable TV, it's right there. It's available to you in the mornings during the day. And if you work second shift, good God, it's right there for you. Maybe even third shift, but get up in the morning, turn on your television and start investing in stocks. Get a stock market account. I don't know. Charles Schwab has a electronic investing platform. I think it's called Think or Swim. It's just one of many good platforms to buy and sell stocks, and you can do this on your own. Make a profit and get out, right? Get your profit and go into something else where you can make another profit, move. Okay. And I have a guest today. I'd like to introduce, let's be serious here. Let's see here. This is my guest. I came to New York recently, and I don't know if you're familiar with this. Maybe it's in New York City. We call her the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty is here. I don't know if she has anything to say. She is originally from France. I'm not so sure if they built her here or if they built her in France and they moved her here. That is open to speculation. Of course, she's not talking today, but unless she talks, and I can't predict. Statue of Liberty is in Manhattan. Actually, the statue has her own island, lives on her own piece of property called the Liberty Island, right? So I came across her as I was doing my I call it a puzzle and a model. And this is also a guest today is the island of Manhattan. So this is as you're coming, as you're flying in over New York City or going to the airport in New York, here's a couple of brand new buildings maybe. Here you go for full effect. Couple of buildings are knocked down because I knocked accidentally. This is a model. This isn't the real thing, but imagine this is the most wealthy per capita island in the world. Um, the New York Stock Exchange, other stock exchanges. Here you go. We're going all the way over the capital of the financial world. How's that? Really slowly for a fact. How's that? I try to get everything straight here. This is a model of New York City, the island of Manhattan, which is one of the 5 boroughs. New York City has 5 boroughs. Manhattan, this is the one of them. Okay, I can show you this. Here we go. We have Central Park. Close up. Can you see that? There you go. Central Park. Looks like some water in the middle of it. I'm not a. The oldest building in the city of New York is right there on Central Park. As we're going to the end, we're coming up. I believe the New World Trade Center is somewhere. Harlem, Upper West Side. Get to Harlem. Can we get to Harlem? I'm going to show you Harlem. There it is. The other side of Manhattan. So at one side, I showed you the Statue of Liberty is sitting there on Liberty Island. And this is the other side, close to Central Park, is Harlem. Did we know Harlem was bordered Central Park, right? Harlem and Central Park are close. There's Central Park and there's Harlem. So New York City. And why is this important? Well, I built this model. It's kind of a puzzle. I just wanted to show you that today. Our show today is short and sweet. I'm going to introduce a new way to invest, a new way to build a fortune. And first of all, we must admit that this model is where Wall Street is, and the Wall Street is the modern capital of the financial center. Even though today we have something called decentralized finance, and we have Charles Schwab, which is online investing, which we didn't have early in the days of investing. We didn't, Wall Street didn't have online investing 60 years ago, let's say, but it's come into being. And then I'd like to switch over to our discussion of why are we here? We're trying to get blue collar investors, not necessarily to change careers, but give them an option to start diversifying their financial lives, make more money, and change careers if they'd like, to work online rather than going to a job in a car, right? Work online, work remotely from their computer in their house. It's the new economy, right? And then in the chat, I'm going to just type in a couple words for you before I go. A new way of investing, node investing. Let's start with blockchain. And here's some things you can look up. In the day, it would have been look in your dictionary. And today, it would be look it up through Google. Put these in the Google box, nodes. Nodes. I think you want an S there, right? Nodes. So what are nodes? And what's the blockchain? And why is it important? Well, back in the day, we had something called a corporation, right? Corporation. And that was, if I'm correct, and I could be wrong, hey, once in a while, we need to self-excuse ourselves and say that we could be wrong, right? Okay. So let's call him JP Morgan Chase. Oh, just JP Morgan Chase. And then he created the corporation, right? Before we had the corporation, what did we have? Well, the corporation created boardrooms. And the way I express boardrooms is they're like governing parties for corporations. Boardrooms are. So we had a chief executive officer, chief financial officer, treasurer. Then we had stockholders, and stockholders could buy stocks, right? Buy shares of corporations, right? Called stocks. Okay. So fast forward to today. Blockchain investors okay, this is really pretty important stuff. Excuse me if you don't memorize it. I don't. It's just worth learning, right? Because the corporation was invented 100 years ago, and it's about to go away. It's about to go kanana, as we say in Armenian. It's about to go to sleep, right? So what we want to do, blockchain investors, that's what we are. We invest in the blockchain because the blockchain is pretty much replaced the corporation, right? Because JP Morgan Chase was in the early 1900s. We're in the early 2000s now, right? So it's been 100 years. And if we don't change a little bit, excuse us for changing. But we are blockchain investors, you and I. We may work in a factory, we may have a blue collar job, but we are blockchain investors. We do buy shares of stock, but those stocks are now converted into blockchain. So whether we know it or not, we are buying blockchain investors. That's what we are. And as we buy stocks, we're actually buying, I will type it in the chat, nodes, Nodes. So we are buying nodes. We are buying nodes. Sorry, is that my nasal or my Midwest? Nodes. 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 We are buying nodes in the blockchain. Right? We are buying nodes in the blockchain. We are not buying shares in the corporation. We are buying nodes. For effect, I'm going to type that in again so we can memorize this. We are buying nodes, capital N, okay, for effect. Where are we buying nodes? In the blockchain. For effect, let's repeat this a couple times. We are buying nodes. Okay. Where are we buying nodes? In the blockchain. Okay, we repeat this. We are buying nodes in the blockchain. We are buying nodes in the blockchain. It's a great way. It's a great way for our economy to go. There's a little bit less waste. There's more upside to this. If you're buying a node, you're an investor and you participate in the company. You're actually an employee of the blockchain and an investor-employee. So you work for the company. Quite possibly, and as you do, you are quite possibly an investor, right? So you can make money both ways. In the old days, you went to the factory and they handed you something called either a pension, right, for your retirement, or currently a 401k. Now, you possibly are working at home on your computer for the blockchain and investing in nodes, or they give you some nodes as you work. As you are part of the blockchain, you get crypto, which in the form of nodes, N-O-D-E-S. And then retire when you want to retire. Take your nodes with you, go to another blockchain. So you're working for a blockchain, you're collecting nodes, and you're moving to another blockchain. Well, the economy is moving quite fast. You're working for a blockchain now, and as compensation, you're getting nodes. And one day you'll spend those nodes, right? Maybe they're in the form of crypto, but a node, you'll be able to transfer wealth easier, maybe without inflation. It's a new world. It's changing as I speak. So I'm just reporting. I'm more of a parakeet here. I'm just repeating things that I hear. But this is the direction we're going. Blockchain will be an everyday word for us. Which blockchain do you work for? Well, and how many nodes are they giving you for working there? Great. Well, that's the end of the show. I'm glad that you're here. I wanted to introduce one concept, and that's hopefully what I did. Hopefully I did it well. See you at your blockchain, and happy blockchain for you. And collect those nodes. Start collecting. For Blue Collar Crypto, I'll see you next week, next show. Thank you. Thank you for the production company that produced this show.
Thank you, Tim, for all of that information. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We do have other shows, like the World of Ability, World of Women, World of Pets. So if anybody is interested in being on a show, on the shows, to please connect with me. We can get that taken care of. Also, like, encourage everybody to check out all of our social media on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. Like, share, subscribe, so on. Comment, and I'd like to thank our partners at Marcus Howard of Transform New Media, Zach Clayton of Back Channel, Lawrence Wingate of Wingate Studios, Jada Disability Channel, for all of their support and sharing of our shows on their platforms. And so until next week. So yeah, we are here every Sunday at 4 and 6 o'clock p.m. Central. And so until next time, everybody has a safe and productive week, and to stay